win them all, doggy.
That's right.
Big Chingy say you
That's
baby girl.
thank you. What? He said who? Oh, what's up? He up on it? Oh, how you doing? What's popping, you guys? You're now linked into House of Harlem Studio. Y'all already know the vibes. I am your host, Kia L. And my head, Shaka L Bay is in the building. Y'all already see we got a guest in the building. Y'all know we always have people in the hot seat. We always have the best and the best of the hot seat. What's your name? Where you from?
Northside Ruger, Big Queens in the building.
Big Queens in the building. Queens is always doing some big things, man. How you doing, Ruga?
I'm good. I'm chilling. How you?
I can't complain. I can't thank you enough for coming here, man. I feel blessed. I had the honor of watching you perform recently, and
that's a
it
fact.
was off the chain. I felt the
appreciate
vibes.
that.
I inboxed you, was like, I felt the vibes. And hopefully I got that clip. I would definitely hopefully my engineer will be able to play it, but not sure. But anyway, you into the music industry, right?
That's a fact.
And you know, I had a lot of people up on this seat. Some people appear to be like, you know, they're on their way going, and some people is like, boom, they're there. And you appear to be that person that's there, that's ready, that is astute in your craft. And how long did it take you to get to this point?
I appreciate that, and it took me about 3 years. Seriously.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Just putting in consistent work,
Right.
grinding, studio,
Right.
videos, everything.
That's what's up. 3 years, that's a good enough time, and it definitely shows. It definitely pays off. So listen, I got to talk about this tunnel vision. I was looking at this video, right, and I'm like, you know, this is the song that you performed in front of me, and I really felt the vibes, right? And so I'm going to say a couple of your lyrics, and you
talk
kind of
to
like
me.
continue it and tell me what was your mindset when you was writing it, right?
Talk to me. That's fire.
But before I mention these lyrics, where was your exact location when you made this? Like, you know, was you in the house? Was you in the studio? Because this is a deep song.
So when I usually start tracks, I usually start in my garage, my basement, in my own little personal
Okay.
studio. Then halfway through, I just want raw energy, so I go to the actual studio and
Right.
freestyle the rest.
Right. Let me tell you something. No lie, I had a feeling you was gonna say that because it seems so personal that I didn't really envision you being at the studio at first. I feel like you was just chilling somewhere and your feelings, expressing yourself,
That's a
and
fact.
then it moved over to the professional side. But that's the vibe of the song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever. So forgive me, I'm not like a lyricist, so I might be,
Nah,
you
you
can
good.
hit
You
the
good.
rhythm for
You
me.
good.
You can repeat it, but I don't want to. I know I'm gonna mess up your song, right? I feel real bad. But anyway, looking for a shot. We ain't looking for
A hand to give.
handout, right?
For a hand to give.
Right, for a hand to give,
Mhm.
right? I do this for my mama, and then times I couldn't stand. I
I couldn't
stand
stand to
the
live. That's
I mean,
a fact.
like, that's like, whoa. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a
Is that
fact.
how you really felt? Like,
Nah,
is those
at that
lines
time,
really?
yeah, that's a fact.
Wow. Okay.
Cause
Okay.
everybody think you want a handout. Nah, I'm not looking for a handout.
Right. Right. So you really grind from the bottom. You didn't look for no handout. You didn't ask for no handouts, and you
Nah.
didn't expect any handouts.
Not expecting
And I
nothing
must
from
say,
nobody.
some people in the industry they do. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So I really felt that. Now I know there's some lines in between that you can finish that off. What was the line right after that?
Oh, you want me? Looking for a shot. We ain't looking for a hand to give. I do this for my mama and them times I couldn't stand to live. My brother did 10, and he took that on the chin. Most of these niggas, they be rats. In disguise, they be friends.
Wow. I
That's a
mean,
fact.
all of this stuff is just facts. The whole song is just facts.
Just straight facts.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the rat thing. I had like a whole damn show about that,
Yeah.
but we already know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? We already know what that's
Niggas
about.
don't be street people. That's all you can say.
Right.
They ain't really for the streets.
They ain't really for the
pretend to be
streets.
for the streets.
Right. And there's a lot of people who write. The reason why I asked you to mention some parts of the lyrics in that song is because a lot of people, they do their raps, they do their lyrics, but it's not really or based off of their true life.
That's a fact, and you could feel that.
Right.
You could feel it.
And I just when you perform, I felt like this was your life without me
Gotta
even
talk
knowing
to
you.
you.
You know what I'm saying? It spoke volumes. So now, how important for you is it to like basically make your rhymes off of your true story?
Oh, it's very important
All
because
right.
that's you.
Right.
That's what's gonna make people want to listen to you, and that's what's gonna attract people to you. If you
Right.
being yourself, telling the truth, and if it's really your life.
Right. Do you feel like it's a cheat sheet when people, write lyrics that's not really pertaining to their life or their experience?
It's not a cheat sheet. I would say it's more like it's fabricated, so it's like watered down.
Right.
It's a little. People don't feel it as much. You're not gonna get that same feeling as somebody that's really out there living that life.
Right. Right. That I mean, I would agree to it. I know some people may disagree, but that we're gonna stick to our opinions, and that's what it is, right?
But some people, their family members be so involved that they're so close to it
right.
that they have every right to talk about it.
Right.
So you can't knock them, but it's the way they present it. It's how you present it to the people.
Wow, that speaks volumes. And in a nutshell, I've mentioned that before. Other people's experience can be yours without you actually experiencing
That's
it
a
because you were
fact.
close to them. And their experience should be yours in a way because it could be like a way to say, I don't want to go through that.
That's a
I've
fact.
seen enough with you. I don't want to go through that. But when it comes to the raps and the songs, it's just about the presentation, not giving people the idea that this is what I actually went through.
Facts.
And I think that's part of artistry. Would you agree? Because if you're clever, if you're smart enough to write your lyrics to the point where it's not yours, but you're letting people know it's not yours. You know what I mean? They can still feel it. I think that's really dope.
Nah, it's creativity, but
Damn.
it's still like fabricated to me. So when it's not you, it's just
Right.
like it's fabricated.
Well, I gotta ask this because sometimes people look at me like, "Don't let me slap you, girl." But would you ever do? I mean, do you write all of your
Oh
songs,
yeah,
all
yeah,
of your
yeah.
music?
I write my music.
All right.
I
I
write
feel
or
like it's a
freestyle my music.
taboo,
Is,
like for people, like, no, I write my own music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I write my own. You got.
is there
I mean,
anything wrong with
it's nothing wrong
somebody
with a
else?
ghostwriter. It's not.
Okay.
It's nothing wrong with
All
a
right, you keeping
ghostwriter.
it 100.
Nothing wrong with a ghostwriter because the best of the best artists have ghostwriters.
Damn. Okay, I think I heard that before.
But where's your creativity at? At least have some type of creativity to start.
Right.
That way somebody could pick up.
Right. And
Where
y'all
you
can
are.
kind of meet hand in hand, right? Shit, like so both of y'all can get the credits for it.
Yeah, because some people may feel like you have a different sound. Like your voice may be stronger than what you think it is. So they may write you something that brings something out in your voice.
That you might not even imagine. My thing is being that, especially with that song that you made, right? Tunnel Vision. Sometimes it's like people don't really know you, so how are they going to write in relations to what you go through in your experience? Like, I don't see how that would happen.
That's not true because
Ooh.
a great writer
Right.
can write from anybody's perspective.
Right.
So I can write from a female's perspective. I can write from a older male's perspective.
Right.
A younger male's. That's what makes you creative.
That's creative. I can't deny that. So we just going to end with these last few lyrics because I have a question after this. I think it said, I can't deny this gift from God. I was born to use it. Can you continue from there?
Guys, say
I
it
put
one
you on
more
the
time, say it.
You
You put me on the spot right now.
I'm sorry. Go
You
ahead.
said
I can't deny this
gift from God. I was born to use it. Couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. I was born into it.
And and like I said, this is going to be the last question in regards to that lyrics. What age did you really, find out that you had a gift? That's the whole point of me, with that lyric. Like, when did you find out, like, I can write, I can rhyme?
I was young. I was like 13, 14.
Oh, okay, that's young.
And I used to just freestyle off of what people wore. And I was able to do that very well. And then it came to a point where people was like, yo, you got to make a song. It's the only way you're going to
At 13.
make money. My first song came at like 15.
Wow,
But
that's
it never
young.
came out. Those songs never came out.
Why is that? Because you didn't have great management, or you didn't know how to put it out?
I was going through stuff with management at that time.
Okay. Oh, so you were
And
taking this serious at that age.
I was, but I wasn't.
Okay. Okay.
I was more into the street
Right.
and sports. So it was just like.
Yeah, I heard that in your song. Okay.
Yeah, most of my music, you're going to hear a lot of sports metaphors and,
Right. I feel like you're super talented. Like, with those lyrics, it does show, your potential. But I also heard other songs, and you can see the diversity in it. So what type of artist do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself a hip-hop artist? Because you're very diverse
I
and
don't
super
box
talented.
myself in. I'm an artist.
Right.
You play a rock star joint, I'm jumping on it.
All right,
You
so we're
play
going to see you in some country, too?
anything. It don't
Okay.
matter. If it sound good,
And it's out. And listen,
I'm on it.
that's what's up. I like that. I like the diversity. I like the craft and stuff like that. Right now, do you have an album out, or do you have just like the single out?
Oh, I got 3 albums out.
Wow.
3 albums out. I got a couple singles out. 19 videos out.
I seen the videos.
It's a lot of work out there.
It's a lot of work.
a lot of work out there, and it's a lot more to come.
I see that. And you know what? The ones that I've listened to, they're very diverse, but they definitely, in my opinion, have potential to be like #1 hitters.
I
Especially
appreciate that.
Tunnel
That's
Vision.
love.
I'm sure that if you sent that to Hot 97 right now,
They
people
gotta
can
play
sit back
that,
and
right?
relate
They
to
gotta
that.
spin
We're
it.
going to definitely play that. That is really something that I feel like all of you guys, make sure y'all go and support and listen to it, because when y'all listen to it, y'all going to know. Y'all going to be like, okay, I see what Kia's talking about. I see what she's talking about. Now, I always ask people all the time, if you were to compare yourself to an artist who's already up on the top charts, who would it be? And if you ain't got nobody, you just ain't got nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't really compare myself to anybody because I feel like not many people could do what I do.
Right. Believe me.
But
y'all listen to it. Y'all hear
I would say it would be 3 people. I would put myself in a like Meek Mill category.
I love Meek Mill. So.
Like a younger Jada and a Bldg combined.
Okay, I can see that. Now, are those 3 people on your top 5?
2 of them.
2 of them is on your top 5?
2 out of 3.
So give me 3 more. That would be like on your top 5 list. So we can have an idea.
Like that's out now?
Yeah, I mean it don't matter. It could be an old school. Your top 5 is your top 5.
My top 5 is Meek, Jada, Fab, Biggie, and Big L.
That's what's up. That's
my top
and a
5.
lot of them on people top 5. I can tell you that right now.
I got to chime in now.
Okay.
Because not many people really, people know about Big L.
I know he said Big L.
But they don't really understand. And
you had to really listen to him.
You had to listen to him, man.
You
that
consider him, but he's a
ill.
lyricist. He's a lyricist.
Right. He's ill.
You
like,
got to pay some of that.
There's not many lyricists out there that can also make hit records.
That's a fact.
A lot of times they're either dope lyricists and they might have a couple of joints.
So
they might have that one joint that break them through.
That's
or
a fact.
they're like a dope artist, but they make hit records. Big L,
and that's not easy
was
to
both.
do.
Not at all.
Both.
You have your underground battle rappers, you have your great lyricists, but they don't kind of go over into the commercialized aspect of things, and they stay where they're good with. But
they get complacent.
Right.
Where they are.
Right. Yeah, I guess I don't know how that worked, and you guys can chime me in on this. You know, is it something that the fans just categorize them in there, and this is what they know them as,
they
or is
box
it the sound
in.
decision? Oh, they box. Okay.
They box themselves in by the
Right.
type of music you put out, by the type of
the energy and
image you carry.
right.
It all play a part. The music you put out is big.
Right.
So if all they hear is rap, they're gonna think you're a rapper.
Okay, I mean, I can go for that. So we already know you're a dope lyricist. We know you're a writer. Do you write for other people outside of writing for yourself?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. Now, is it females, males? What we
of both.
dealing with? Really? And you know what? I mean, with that deep record that I personally love, or my fave of yours so far, I can see you writing for women. I can see you writing because you have emotions behind it, but still have your masculinity, but you can, pour your emotions out and stuff like that. Now, when was your first time performing on a stage?
On the stage? All right, so I'm going to tell you some funny
I love funny
shit.
stories now.
All right, so when I was younger, I had a little voice. I was able to sing a little bit. You feel me?
Oh,
so
that's interesting.
My mom's, my aunt,
right?
They took me to this little talent show, right? And I never liked crowds. I never liked people. I wasn't big on people. So I got on stage and I basically chickened out. Like I wasn't. I wasn't with it.
What was the age? Give me an age.
I think I was probably 10, 11.
You was a little baby. All right, go ahead.
I was like, dub.
Right.
It was over.
Oh, man.
I was on stage with the mic in my hand, all that.
How many people are we looking at now out in the crowd at 10?
A good 50, 70 people.
Oh, that was a lot for 10.
It was a dub. It was over.
Oh, man. So you froze right there?
Some girl had to come out and sing my song for me.
Whoa, man. Oh, man. So she knew your song.
Yeah, it was easy.
And you just stood there.
It was the R. Kelly, I Believe I Could Fly. I just never, you feel me? I wasn't with the crowd.
You wasn't with the crowd. So when you were standing there, did you leave out and she sing it?
I was gone. I was out. It was not happening.
He was
out of here.
You don't understand me.
I'm out.
She was like, "You go ahead. You handle that for me.
Facts.
I'm out.
I'm gone."
Oh man,
And
that was your
it wasn't until probably Sheesh. Probably about 4 years ago.
Oh, okay, all right. But you just was like, I'm good now.
And it wasn't even a stage. I started at a little cafe in Brooklyn.
Right, and those are really great. Those are a lot of artists go, to little cafes and little lounges and do their
It
little
started with like
performances.
7 people in there, and then the event just grew,
That was
grew,
good enough for
grew,
me.
and it was just like, all right, now it's like 100 people
Right.
in here.
Right.
Now I gotta put on.
That day.
No, not my first
Wow.
day, but as I kept going back. And
Oh, okay. Oh, it kept getting more and more and more. Let me tell you something, man. I gotta play that clip because you really perfected this craft. You went into the crowd. I don't know if you noticed. But people followed you. Like
Oh.
everybody, when you got off the stage,
I try to make people follow. Facts.
They followed you. Everybody was by the stage. They turned around and followed you and walked all the way through. No lie. So I just
That's
can't
love.
see you now. You know what I'm saying?
That's
The
love.
story that you're telling me, you really gained your confidence because people was feeling you. They followed you, or men and women. They was like, "Oh shit, this is crazy." And then you went right back on the stage. I'm like, "Yeah,
You gotta
Yeah,
talk
he-
to
he-
them,
he
and
got-
you gotta put on the show.
right."
And they
right.
messed up my set, so
Really?
we're not even gonna get into that. They messed up my set.
And you
It
would've
was-
never
That was
known.
supposed to be the first song, cause that's what get people in tune.
Right.
Now everybody's locked in, their cameras out.
Right.
Then you play the jumpy, and everybody will start dancing.
Right.
But they
Wow,
played it
you
vice
never
versa.
known. You never know. But that's how good you are. That's how dope the song is. That even if it's in the beginning or the end, people gonna feel it.
Mm-hmm.
People are definitely
Respectfully.
gonna feel it. Wow. So you overcome that. Now, do you still get like jitters and butterflies and stuff like that? I ask questions like this all the time because there's always going to be an upcoming artist who are going to doubt themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're going to feel some type of way. And sometimes just listening to people is just like a good encouragement. You know what I'm saying? So
I
I
would
like
say-
to interview on a personal level.
I would say, don't care what nobody think.
Y'all hear
Honestly,
that? Just don't and just do it.
the wackest of the wackest people make it,
Why don't? Let's get it. Let's dig into a little bit.
cause they're
why.
creative, and
Well,
they make it to
whack.
where people could sing along.
Right, right.
They dumb themselves down, so young people, older people could sing along.
Right. What about consistency? You know,
That
I
too.
feel like sometimes some people are just so consistent, even though they're not the best at it, they still get a pass through.
Yeah,
I
they put
wanna
that
give
hard
an
work in.
I want to give an example, and it's no shade, no pun intended, but what's this female name? Jocelyn.
Mm.
You know, she is so consistent, and I really respect her drive. She never stops. But it's like when she sing, it's just a little bit off. And I'm pretty sure that as she come along, she gonna perfect that.
Of course,
That's hands
but
down.
she's gonna
But
need
because
people
of her
around her
consistency,
to tell her that she's
listen,
off.
y'all gonna love me,
Mhm.
and that's what happened with her. So when you made that statement, I'm like, yeah, it got to be consistency because
Mhm.
some people is just, you say to yourself, listen, it's not for you, baby.
Facts.
Put it down. Like
Facts.
you see how I fucked up your
But-
lyrics, right?
But at the end of the day, you can't really say it's not, because somebody might like your song. That's the nobody's really whack. Somebody out there is going to like your song. There's a
Ah.
crowd for everybody.
Right.
You just gotta
Wow.
find that crowd.
Wow, that's what's up. So, what are some of the type of music that you actually? I mean, your song is your song, but what are some of the music that really hype you up, that get you going? You like, yeah, I'm going to studio. I'm gonna do my thing. Is it like the R&B? Is it writing for people? Is it the hip hop? Like what? What's your fave?
Right now, at this moment, to get me in that mode to go to the studio, I probably have to hear a couple drill beats.
Yeah, I'm into
that-
the drill. I like the drill.
Get me up and going,
Right.
get my mind thinking a little bit. And then from there, it's just, once I'm in the studio, I'm in the studio.
Right. I'm surprised you said drill because that song, the two songs that you did perform, they weren't. Well, one of them was one was drill. Right.
But I still try to make it so it's drill, but I'm still rapping.
You-
I'm still talking to you.
Right. You made it your own, and
Mhm.
that's what we mentioned here plenty of times, right? It's like if you keep, like, we keep hearing the same thing and you don't make it your own, it just defeats the purpose.
That's a fact. There's a formula to drill rap.
Right.
But you could play with the formula and make it your own, you know?
Wow. And that's when I got to see your diversity, because I'm like, whoa, this is way different from your first song. And they were both dope. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
So I was like, wow, he really got it. So, like, what is your process when you're doing the songs? Or you got to hear the beat first, or sometimes you just got this, these words in your head?
I got to hear the beat first.
Oh, that's your process?
Yeah, I got to hear the beat first.
And then you'll rhyme to that?
Or I'll write to like 3-4 different beats at once.
Okay.
So that way, if I had to freestyle it over any beat, it would go to any beat.
Oh, that's an interesting process.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you write to majority of the time, if you listen to one beat for too long,
right,
you're gonna get stuck.
That repetitious, that
Yeah, the same beat in your head, you're gonna get stuck.
Right.
So you listen to a different beat. Now you might get a different flow from that beat.
Right.
Write it down. You get a different flow from the next beat, and then you put it all together.
That is really different. I ain't hear nobody do it like that. That's really different. That's how you know people are just so unique and individual and talented.
Gotta be creative.
Right, because some people just, it's just a different thing. Now let's talk about like free features. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you big on like features and stuff like that, or you just type of? I know you did a couple of songs with some people.
I got a lot of features that haven't dropped.
Right.
But the features have to make sense.
Right.
If it don't make sense, there's no point in doing the feature.
Right. Now, do your features choose you, or you choose your features? Because I know people be going at it sometimes.
I
like,
choose my features.
Yeah.
I choose my features. Some people come at me, but my price is my price.
Right.
As long as you pay, I don't care what the song sound like.
You sure? Because I'm pretty sure I think with your work ethic and your talent, and somebody came sounding crazy like how I just mess your stuff up.
But the thing is, somebody's gonna like it. There's somebody out, they have their own crowd.
Somebody's gonna like it no matter what.
But now it's just my job to come in and snatch your crowd.
Right.
So I don't care what you put on that track.
Right.
Because I'm gonna walk on you regardless.
You like Ludacris. Remember they asked him to rhyme to what they asked him to rhyme to? Some kind of cartoon character or whatever. He killed it.
He did it.
We're gonna make this right, no matter who it is or what it is.
Gotta do it. Gotta make it happen.
I like that spirit about you. So what's next now? Before I even ask that question, I want to ask you. You're super talented in that thing, but if you wasn't rapping, what would you be doing? What is your other talents? He laughed. What are you about to say right now? Because he chuckling over there. Like, you want to know? Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. I think I have an idea of something, but I'm not going to say nothing. What would you
We're just going to keep it the positive way, and I'll be playing sports somewhere.
Okay. So there is another thing, but you're not going to mention, right? Okay.
Yeah.
The way he laughed just now is priceless. Like, she really gonna ask that? So you would be playing sports. What type of sports would you be playing?
Oh, I'm different. I told you I'm different. I'll be playing baseball. I'll probably be somewhere not here.
Right.
I was in the draft twice for baseball.
Damn.
And I broke my ankle. Yeah.
You different.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say basketball or something like that.
I did that
or
too.
Football.
I did that too.
But I mean,
baseball, I was in the draft twice for.
Yeah, I don't want to come off as racist, but I don't want to say nothing crazy. But yeah, baseball. Yeah, baseball is cool. Though all sports are good. Shoot, I have an 8-year-old.
It's the money sport.
She's doing roller hockey right now.
That's fire.
Downtown. I'm like, my baby out there, only melanated girl out there.
That's
she
fire.
can skate, with that little hockey stick.
She can skate backwards? Because I can skate forwards, but I can't skate backwards.
That I don't. She can, but not fast.
All right.
Yeah.
At least she can though.
And then you gotta have the rollerblades with that. So I had to go get the rollerblades, and she like it.
That's
so
fire.
All right, that was all they, outside of a couple of things, that's all they had. That's
fire,
downtown
though.
folks sports. But all right, so you definitely would be doing baseball and something else, but we're gonna keep it on the positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you funny, man. I'm telling you, I enjoy you being up here. So, you know, I don't want to hold you long, because you know I want to get interview this lovely other guest, this lovely lady.
Oh, my lady, facts.
Yes, lovely lady, lovely lady. Another talented person, another person that keep pushing and doing what she kind of got to do, and I really do appreciate that. So, what's next for your music?
Oh, we about to drop a couple videos. We got
The visuals. Ooh.
Telegram on the way.
Ooh.
We about to shoot Defense. We about to shoot Right Back on the 22nd.
Okay.
I'm thinking about dropping another project before the year's over. I'm not even gonna hold you. I got so much music in the archive.
That's
Might as
what's
well
up,
just
man. Sometimes
drop
it's
it.
hard for people to make music, man. You like Michael Jackson, like it's nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I got it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You
Give them these
gotta
two
want
little
it though.
songs.
You gotta
Right.
want it. Gotta want it. Some people just want the glitz and glamour. I
Right.
want to be the best artist.
That's what's up.
It's the
That's
difference.
what's up. That's a whole nother level. That's something to work towards. Like, do you feel like this is culture? Like you're doing it also for the culture in a way?
Oh yeah, facts. Gotta
Right.
keep the culture going.
Right.
Good music, timeless music. That's what it's about.
All right. Man, I have no
Gotta make
doubt.
timeless music.
Right.
And people still feel it the same way.
So, you know, we in this pandemic, I want to call it that. Did you have time to like write more during, you know, our standstill that made no sense?
I had a bunch of time to just go to the studio and just work.
Right.
I think I recorded a lot.
A lot during that time?
Yeah, my engineer probably got rich off of me.
Engineer.
Engineer probably got rich
Where
off
the
of me.
money reside? Where the money
Down below.
reside? Come on. Do you work with only one engineer? Like, do you got your fave, or you know you're diverse with
That's
this?
a great question.
Yeah.
I have my favorite engineer. I do.
Ooh, so if you cheat on him, I'm telling you better not go to nobody else.
We're going to pause that, but I have.
Oh God. Okay, pause.
I have-
No homo. No homo.
I have gone and worked with other people. And especially when you're doing features for other people, you got to get comfortable going to
other
other
people.
studios and filling it out
Right.
and being able to record fast.
Right. Now you do that on purpose just to branch yourself out and, you know, be able to work with other people, or just be the spirit of the moment. Like, I got to, you know, this person is working with this person, so I got to go over there.
I pick and choose when I want to,
Right.
branch out and work with other people.
Right. That's good. You know what I mean? Because for me, I always want to branch out to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Just to have the feel for it, because I'm a tourist, so I can be like, you know, into my little zone, and then I'm stuck because I only relied on this one source of
It's a
doing
fact.
things. So that's pretty good that you go out and you do what you got to do. So anyway, I just want you to tell the people where they can find you at on social media, where they can support you at with your music.
You can
All
find
right.
me on all platforms, Northside Ruga, that's RUGGA. And you can find me on social media _Northside Ruga _. Bow.
Ruga, where did you get that name from?
That's a long story. Well, yeah, we're not even going to go there.
That's different. That's different. Listen, we're going to go. We're going on a
I
little
mean,
break.
those that know. You know what I'm saying? We'll
Yeah,
leave it
you
at
know-
that.
If you know, you know.
If
If you know,
you
you
know.
know.
Give me
And if
that
you
name,
don't know, you
period.
don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to leave it like that. Hey, it is
So,
what it is.
yeah, but what we're going to do is, on that note, we're going to go into the clip that you filmed
Yes, I
at
want you guys.
the event in,
That's fire.
in Brooklyn.
Super dope.
And then we're going to go right after that clip, right into his
Our next-
video, Leech. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying?
I'm telling
So-
y'all not going to be disappointed.
Shout out Tuesday, we're in the building.
Tuesday was popping.
Yeah.
Y'all not going to be disappointed. I guarantee you that.
All right, here we go, y'all.
Shooting shit get spicy when them stars align. Looking for a shot, we ain't looking for a hand again. I do this for my mama, and them times I couldn't stand to live. My brother did 10, and he took that on the chin. Most of these niggas, they be rats. In disguise, they be friends. Running middles like me. I see my dream, I had to chase it. Remember rapping in my basement. Mama told me to be patient. This is an elevation. I knew my time was coming. Moral of the story, you gon' get it if you want it. Never punt it, I was proud of time. feeling my sister could see her daughter. I know life keep getting shorter. I need it in the nick of time. I need it for my struggles and them times that I ain't get the grind. Locked up in the cage, had to eat to a slot. 4 walls, shit's different, could barely see through the box. I'm just going, that's it.
You are watching a master at work.
It's Havoc, baby.
I can't fuck with no trees, cause I got the bag and she wanna leech. I walk in the spot, 40 on me and some breach. I dare a nigga try to reach. Uda with me, got it on him, plus he barely even speak. I can't fuck with no trees, cause I got the bag and she wanna leech. I walk in the spot, 40 on me and some breach. I dare a nigga try to reach. Uda with me, got it on him, plus he barely even speak. I can't fuck with no trees, cause I got the bag and she wanna leech. I walk in the spot, 40 on me and some breach. I dare a nigga try to reach. Uda with me, got it on him, plus he barely even speak. I can't fuck with no tree shit, y'all can just keep her. Don't forget hit cause she for the street. She thought I ain't peep her, I let her get deeper. I ran up her back, she gon' know it's me. Like Quan gon' flock, who? Shooters booming, that is not you. I'm in the top 2, ain't no questions and I'm not 2. They like Ruger gon' pull up in person, that boy not gon' talk and cap on the internet. Most of these niggas gon' see me and hide, why? Cause ain't no Ruger been a threat. Say my name and my niggas gon' slide, glide. Double back, we ain't finished yet. Keep it crippy, he's still down the ride. Why? I'm GDK, we gon' bend the rest. Keep it crippy, he stay on my 6. You a ghost, but you still on my dick. You a bench warmer, not a coach, nigga, but you still a get hit. That's a touchdown on your block. Swear that shit'll get lit. Gotta bust down for the watch. Don't make me up it and lift. I cannot fuck with no trees, cause I got the bag, she here for the week. She fucking with gang, she dropping the rate, she off for her leash. 40 on me and some breach. Dare nigga try to reach. Uda with me, got it on him, plus he barely even speak. I can't fuck with no trees, cause I got the bag and she wanna leech. I walk in the spot, 40 on me and some breach. I dare nigga try to reach. Uda with me, got it on him, plus he barely even speak. I can't fuck with no trees, cause I got the bag and she wanna leech. I walk in the spot, 40 on me and some breach. I dare a nigga try to reach. Uda with me, got it on him, plus he barely even speak. I can't fuck with no trees, cause I got the bag and she wanna leech. I walk in the spot, 40 on me and some breach. I dare a nigga try to reach. Uda with me, got it on him, plus he barely even speak.
All right, you guys. All right. Listen, man, we got another one. Make sure you go and support our artists. We make sure that we give y'all the best of the best here at House of Harlem Studio. Y'all already know the vibes. And then we got yet another hitter in the building. Boss Lady Drama. I'm starting off by saying, shit, your presence, you definitely a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna keep it real. It's girl time right now. You know what I'm saying? We enjoyed our last artist, but you know, we got another dope one in the building. What made you come up with that name, Boss Lady Drama?
Well, I got drama when I was younger.
Why are my predictions so well tonight? All right, yeah, when you was younger.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you a boss, and that's the end of that.
Yeah, and then Boss Lady came after.
Okay, all right. You was terror in your younger ages. Like, you know what? She's just so dramatic. We gonna call you Little Drama. Well, listen, man. Little Drama. Just drama. All right, well, listen, man, we appreciate you coming here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you support these artists. You are another artist that I happen to see perform that I recorded. You did dope. I like your song. I like your vibes. I like your fashion. I like your fashion.
I be trying.
Trying?
It be hard. It be
Well,
hard.
trying don't exist. What she talking about?
No, I did. I was told I sounded all right.
Okay.
But I probably tap that in like later down the line.
Later down the line. All right. So right now you're just sticking to like hip hop. Would you
Hip
consider
hop,
rap?
drill.
Drill. Okay. Drill seems to be like
The wave.
A wave right now. Do you feel like that's gonna last for long?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Outside of drill, do you have you got any other songs outside of the drill song that I heard you perform the other night?
Yeah, I have my party music.
Okay.
Hip
All
hop
right.
music.
I see you with that party, man. I see you rocking the crowd with that party.
Yeah, they love the party music.
All right. So you grew up around this, the art itself, but when did you start? At what age did you say I want to be professional with it? Like, where you want to just...
Probably like 14, 15.
Wow, all these young ages. Okay, 14 to 15.
Yeah, I grew up around it. My cousins and all of them, they rap, they did music.
Okay.
So watching them and...
Right.
Like,
I think, I don't know what you consider yourself, your ethnicity, black or,
I'm
African. Mixed, okay. But I think that in our culture, it just came with it.
Yeah, it comes with it. We all
Right.
hip hop. We all music.
We're all music. I think
Yeah.
music is just part of the culture. And do you feel like because it's a part of the culture, do you feel like it's something that we have to preserve and make sure we keep the root
Yeah,
of it
that's
there?
what we have. We don't. They taking everything from us, so that's something we got to hold on to.
Right. Now, do you plan on being like an indie artist and continuing to be an indie artist, or do you plan on like being with the label?
Well, with the right label, depending on the contract.
Depending on the contract, you don't mind to be with the right label?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I just listen to some people that's been in the game for a while, and because social media plays a really big role in the artistry, into like putting yourself out there, there's not that much that labels have to do, a lot.
Yeah,
like
no
before.
more footwork.
Right.
You can't just walk up.
Right.
That's
So
it.
if you get yourself all the way out there, you don't expect the label to
We
take
don't-
most of the residuals and stuff like that, right? Because
Probably.
usually with the labels, they usually take before, back in the days, they would take most of the cut.
Yeah.
But now, because
It's different.
people are already setting their own
Tone.
social media platforms and have their own fans that they built themselves, I feel like they shouldn't be taking most of the cut. Is that correct?
No, that's a fact.
Okay.
Because
Right.
as the artist, you doing the footwork.
Right. I mean, yeah.
They
as
just
the
backing
artist-
you up with the money.
Right.
And with
But
certain
as,
doors. So.
right, that's true. But before they had to kind of build a fan base, and a lot of people are building that on their own. And I see you as one of those people that are, are doing that.
yeah.
So it's like, why be with a label? You know what I'm saying? That was the point I was trying to get to.
No, that's a fact.
All right. So basically, have you gotten any features with any artists lately?
No, I've been asked for a lot of features, but I
Right.
was trying to, work on me and then go to them. Because I'm
Okay.
still a new artist. So it's like I get hit up with people's songs and do a feature with me.
Right.
And it's like, all right.
Right,
Give me a
I get
second.
that. So you want to work on you first before you even get into any type of features. Are you trying to just stick with the females and do, female shit, or you want to be
both.
diverse?
No, diverse.
All right, because I know a few females, it seems or appears that they are doing more features with other females and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have
but it's not
I
only
have
two.
females in mind that I am gonna
that you
Do
wanna reach out
features
to?
with?
Right.
Yeah.
That's super, super, super dope. So, I want to go back to like when this all began, the beginning of time at 14 years old. When did you do your first performance?
Oh no, I wasn't performing that young. I actually just did my first official performance in, what was it, Quad Studios? That was in
Okay.
like May or June.
Okay. Wow. And
that was
so,
my first
how did
time.
that go for you?
I was nervous as hell.
Oh, see, I appreciate the honesty here. You know what I'm saying? You were nervous, but did you push through?
No, yeah, I did.
Okay, shit, that's all that matters. You
No,
had to
that's
get
a
that
fact.
alter ego out, girl. You had to
Yeah.
get it out. All right, and so obviously once you got out of
Yeah,
there,
that
you
opened
went
a lot of doors for me.
right
Yeah.
because I seen you perform recently, and it seemed good. And you know, obviously you can tell it wasn't your first time. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So you working, you're moving on it. Quad Studio, that's a big place. That's a big place.
Yeah.
That's a known place. You know what I'm saying? So for that to be your first time, that was good. That
yeah, I
was
was
real
told
good.
that a lot. I'm like, right, okay, cool.
For real. Quad Studio ain't no joke. Shoot. You know, so anyway, how important is it for you to know the business aspects of this industry?
It's very important because the music industry is like 90% business, 10% music.
See, she did her research.
Nah, I do.
That's what's up. Right. And basically you want to own your own rights, right? To your own music
To
and
everything,
stuff?
yeah.
That's what's up. Now, how important is it to have like just like a support system in this industry? Because I feel like, you know, individually you can do a lot, but it's not like having a team. A lot
No,
more
it's true.
can be
you
done.
can get more done with a team. That's
Right.
what makes a team, you know?
Right.
When you by yourself, it makes it kind of harder.
That, in my opinion, but some people try to do everything by themselves.
Yeah, that was me. So it was
Oh,
just
you
like
were that
yeah.
way. What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Okay, I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Leos, let me
Yeah,
do
we
it
the
because you ain't
lions,
gonna get it
like,
right because
yeah,
you
you're
playing
not
games.
Going exactly.
You playing too many
Let me
games,
just
so
go get it. Yeah, like just
you
sit
messing
down.
up on my stuff. It seems like you doing you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so you know, do you have a support team right now?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. Now, do you write your own lyrics or it's
Yes.
just like
Nah,
would you?
I write my own music.
You know, I always ask people that because, like I said, it just seems taboo sometimes when people come up here and be like, no, I write my own lyrics, and it's like forbidden for somebody else to write your lyrics for you or to even give you.
No, you
some
know what?
advice.
Honestly, when I was younger, I used to feel like people that had their music written was trash.
Right.
Like, nah, you shouldn't be rapping. But as I got older and realized Beyonce had songs written for her, Rihanna, like some of the best people, it's just like, okay.
Right.
I guess it's just a part of somebody could be dope and write a song, and they probably feel like you sound fire on that song. So they send it to you. So it's like,
Absolutely.
it's art.
It's
Yeah.
art. And
Yeah.
shout out to B and Rihanna for being honest and giving people the credits when they do write that stuff
And
because
she definitely did. She gave Neo his credits.
right, wow.
Umbrella.
And I was shocked for him to what? You know, I think to the left he wrote that for her, right?
Mhm.
Right, so I
With
was shocked.
Beyonce, yeah.
Her sister wrote a song for her, and Quavo wrote a song, and you know, B go in there and do her remix and do what she do and make it hers.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. But as my last guest has said, you know, you should put your artistry into it.
Yeah,
It's not
you
like
have to.
you're gonna be lazy and just let them do everything and you just sing it.
Because then it's just like, what are you doing? Get them back to song.
Right? I see you as an extremely beautiful woman.
you.
No homo. I had to say that twice for tonight. Extremely beautiful. No.
Thank you.
No pun intended to the LGBT community. Do what you want to do.
Facts.
But how important is it for image for you? As
To
far
me, it's like everything. It's bad though, but it's like
what are you
everything.
talking about? What do you mean it's bad?
Nah, because when you so worried about image,
Yeah.
it do blindside you from a lot of stuff, and that was my problem before. So it's like something I had to
Wow. Okay.
stop worrying about.
Keeping it real, y'all. Be keeping it
Oh,
real
yeah,
right
that's a
here at
fact.
House of Harlem Studio, man. And that's good for the females to hear. So how do you balance that out? You know what I'm saying? Like how do you go about making sure you concentrate on your music, but then you present yourself the way you want to present yourself?
Oh well, I present myself and my music like the same.
Just one and the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if I'm doing music, I'm
Excuse
Boss
me, I'm
Lady
rubbing.
Drama. But
Right.
if I'm being myself, I'm drama. I'm day.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you'll have like an image consultant later down the line? Because I know that we talk about labels, right? You go in, you get this label,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and now they want to change your
the
whole.
whole
You like,
thing.
no, I
Change the
don't-
way you look, the dress,
right.
the talk.
Would you consider that?
Nah. It depends.
I mean, because in my eyes, you're
It
doing
better
a good
be a
job.
big
as far,
bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gotta
It
be
better
worth
be a
it.
big old bag.
But
you
I do
dig?
it just for the moment, and then I'm going back to me, just
You
to
going
get that
back to
foot
you?
on the door. Yeah,
Right.
because then I'm gonna be faking.
Right, image, yeah, especially for females, that could be. I don't want to say that because men are into making sure they look presentable and look good. I just think that we got the little extra.
No, we got the extraness.
Yeah, I
'cause
think
they
we got
look
that
for
little
the extra skin when it comes to a female artist. It's like, all right.
I was gonna ask that question.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they do.
The thing is too. It's whether male or female. It's important for you to have creative control over your own vision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because no one can really see you like you. Like people can give suggestions. They can probably add to an idea or something like that.
Facts.
But nobody's gonna see you the way you see yourself going forward. You know what I mean? So people as artists, anybody, for the people listening out there, it's important
Shout out
for
to
you
the
to
chat.
have creative control over your vision.
That's gonna have to be written in stone in a contract because
right. I mean, and that's possible. You can do
and
it.
and I sad to say that most of the time those are some of the things that they want to have creative control over because they have a certain look or a certain idea of how they want their artist to be. So I say to you, hold on to that because you seem to be doing a good job since you say you're trying. Since you say you're trying, I'm like, yo, she trying.
No, she ain't trying. She doing. You know what I'm saying?
She doing it.
You
She
doing.
doing
You putting that. You see. Another thing is one of the hardest things to do with anything that you want to do
Right.
is that first step. Once you take that first step and you see, that shit ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You start running. You know what I'm saying? It's like a baby when they take that first step. They go
through the
from,
door.
they take a couple of steps and then they running like, I could do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's for everything in life. So this is a very interesting question because you have female artists and you have male artists. Over sexualizing yourself. How do you feel about women and their image? In the music industry. Because I'm all for pretty much dressing the way you want to dress. Because it's all about how you feel, but sometimes if it's over sexualized, you don't get to see your craft. You don't get to hear your craft because everybody's like drooling on you instead of seeing that, she got some dope content. She got some dope music. So how do you feel about that and how do you balance that?
I mean, the music will speak for itself.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
So people that are get in tune with me, they always tap in and they'll figure it out after. Like, they'll notice me by my music first, or they'll notice me because I look good. Either way is a win-win.
She
gonna
says a
notice
win-win.
me.
Okay,
So.
all right. I mean, me listening to your music, me seeing you perform, you have a voice. You definitely have a voice. So I see you balancing that out some way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. And that's good that you're able to be able to do that. Because some people I've seen just is not powerful enough, and you're seeing, what's presented instead of the words that are coming out their mouth. So, shout out to you.
No
Co-host,
doubt.
is there something that you want to
Yes, it
say before I
is.
ask my next question?
Yes, it is. And it might be the same question.
Yeah, one and the same. Sometimes it happens. You want to elaborate a little bit more.
I want to go into your starting five.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Your hip-hop starting five. You know what I'm saying? Ruger gave us some good ones. You know what I'm saying? And
Big L.
I respect his starting five. You dig what I'm saying? Because, you could see your starting five gives
people an idea of you.
exactly.
I was
You know
gonna
what I'm
mention
saying?
it is.
And This brother here is dope and he's versatile,
Right.
which is really rare nowadays. You know what I mean?
For
You
those
gotta
who
be
don't, who
versatile.
just chiming in, you would have to listen to the interview.
Yeah,
earlier
go
to know
back.
who is,
You know what I'm saying?
Who is this brother that we talking
play
about?
it back. You know what I'm saying? Our brother, Northside Ruger.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? He was on here. He was building with us, and we was chopping it up, talking about his projects, his inspirations, and all of that. You know what I mean? So rewind and feed your mind. All right.
Right. Your top 5 definitely shows who you are, and definitely shows if you're young what research that you're doing. Because you know hip hop has a root. It has a core to where it started, what it was all about. So sometimes people like to do their research. So who's your top 5?
Drum roll, please.
You better
All right,
not
it's
get
kinda-
cursed out by nobody mamas, nobody men. Like, are you crazy chick to be even mention these people? What's wrong with you? Just start arguments
All right,
sometimes.
so
you
we're
know.
gonna mention just 5, but I have a lot, so nobody take it personal.
Okay, okay.
And so, I loved Missy Elliott.
Yo,
not?
I'm down with that. Okay.
I did. I loved Missy Elliott. She was just mad creative to me.
Absolutely.
Like, so it was Missy Elliott, then it was Aaliyah, then it was Little Kim, then we had Janet Jackson, then we had Trina. Those was my startups.
Okay.
I think she may have
Yeah,
changed the game on
yeah,
that
yeah.
list.
You know what? That's a different.
Missy Elliott, you're
That's
the
a
second
different
one.
starting 5 there.
That's different.
I mean,
But that was my music.
Missy, you know what?
Missy,
I
very
listen.
talented.
I love Missy.
Her and Timbaland.
You know what I'm saying? I love Missy
One
Not a
day.
game.
because
Yeah.
she was a genius mind.
Is
Well,
Is.
yes, my
That's
bad.
was his
Still
past
doing
tense.
it.
Forgive me.
Was his past tense?
Right.
Yes.
She's still with us and she's still doing her thing. She is a genius mind
I like
when it
that.
comes to
Is.
making certain, making songs. Because you can tell when she's writing the songs and she's performing them in the studio, she's already thinking about the vision.
Right.
And you can see that in the vision.
Right.
It's almost like she filmed the video making the song.
Her visuals are
She's
just
like a
bananas.
scientist to music.
Her
Yeah.
visuals is bananas.
And you know what? You picked a lot of women with very high character.
Janet
Especially
Jackson,
like
Aaliyah.
stage presence,
Oh, yeah.
personality. They got
I like it.
you got some up there with some personality, some sleepers. You got sleepers. I
Right.
mean, listen.
Now I'm gonna have to say this. Usually people get their top 5, but I've noticed that your top 5 were all females. Is there a reason to that, or
No, I just felt like mentioning females. I'd have added Lil
I know you
Wayne,
did mention there's much
Dipset.
more. All right,
Ah,
right,
They already get their feed all the time, so
Right.
it's just like we're gonna do the females today.
all right. Well, you being in this industry, do you feel like it's easier for women to break through as an artist than it is for men, or vice versa?
It's kind of tricky, cause it's easy for some females now,
Right,
cause all they gotta do is say some dumb shit on a song and
right,
twerk or something, and that be they foot through the door. Then you got men like that's
Right.
nice, like Northside Ruger.
Northside Ruger, nice.
And it's like,
He
they
coming
gotta
through
do
the
more
doors.
footwork.
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
I'll take that. So, it just depends. Like for females.
Yeah, it depends. Because even females that have it hard to get their foot in the door because people don't
Right.
take us seriously.
Right.
Because they just look at a fat ass or
Right
pretty
there.
face and they probably don't want to hear your music.
That's why I say dress
so it's
professional
like
in
it's
these meetings.
50-50.
Right. So how important is it for you to have great substance within your songs? Some people are the type of artists they just want to stack their coins, whatever works. And some people like, no, I want No Ruger. He want to make a imprint on his music. He want to be up there as a known MC.
Yeah.
So how important is it for you? Are you just that
It's
type
very
of...
important. 'cause
Okay.
My motto is to build a legacy. Yeah.
I like to hear that. Legacies. That sounds like building an empire.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what's up. Where do you see your music in the next year with, what you're working on? Where do you see it going in the next year? What direction you're trying to get it to go in?
Up.
She said up. All right. I mean,
Good direction.
are you planning on trying to pitch a record label? Are you planning on trying to just continue with the indie, being an indie artist on your way up?
Well, right now I'm just working on putting more visuals out,
Right.
doing more music.
Visual. Okay. Your visual, the visual that I seen was really dope. And do you feel like it's important to have with all your songs that have visuals to it, or it's
Not
like
every song. Every song can have visuals, but then it'd be a lot. But main songs that speaks.
right? Okay, all right. Because some people like, no, you gotta have a visual for every damn song. Damn near, because it goes hand in hand. And like you said, some people is just like,
No, because I used to
whatever.
feel like that. I used to feel like I want a music video for every song I got.
Right,
But then it's like you don't need a whole music video. You could get snippets. You could do like
right.
so much time. Not every song need a video.
All right. Are you focusing more on singles, or are you gonna do albums?
Now I'm working on my EP.
Okay.
right now.
Okay. All right. You know, I want to ask my hostess, because he's been in the music industry for quite some time. And what is both of
Well,
y'all
hold on.
opinion?
I'm not a hostess. Okay, let's correct
A
that.
host.
Yeah.
We've been in the
Speak-
music
let's speak
industry, and I said host. I emphasize on the S. But anyway,
My English
we-
bad too.
you've been there for a while, and at this point in the game, do you feel, for both of y'all, do y'all feel like it's even worth having albums and just focusing on singles, or we should still bring them albums out?
Well, I think a EP right now is a good way to go. You put out about 7 songs because people's attention span is short nowadays. So you want to
Nowadays,
get
why you
in,
trying to low-key
get
call
out.
us?
No. I'm just
It's
talking.
true.
It's true. You know what I'm saying? You want to get in, get out, and then what happens is, if you are putting a certain type of EP together, it's easier for you to make it visual with 7 songs as opposed to trying to pick the best 5 out of 10 or the best 10 out of 20 and all that, because people nowadays is just not listening as much to a whole album. People do listen, don't get me wrong,
How many songs?
They do
consist of
listen.
an
Like
album?
back in the day.
but it's not, they're not really, you'd have dudes sitting around and listening. They's going to the store to buy it and walking around taking the whole day dedicated to listening to this nigga album. I'm going to figure this shit here
The
out.
whole
You know what I'm
day.
saying?
Kanye recently did it, so I don't know.
Listen.
He's a genius the way
Listen,
he did it, too.
and you know what? There's
Yeah,
certain
sure,
people
that man
with
is
the
a-
stature, you'll give them the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of people got disappointed when they did that with Kanye. Now, don't get me wrong, he got a couple of decent songs on there.
I don't know.
But this album was so different from what you would expect from Kanye. Not to say it's not creative, it was different. And I don't know if people will really accept him, because his album is listed as a gospel album.
Do you agree with that? Boss Lady, do you agree with what he's saying in regards to Kanye and his album and people slightly being disappointed?
I
you
mean,
know.
I gotta listen to it.
Okay, you haven't listened to it yet. But you did hear of him having listening parties, like at least twice before releasing the album? I think that
the
in
crowd
itself
didn't
was
like it.
genius, right? I think everyone did listen to it. He had the whole world listen to it before
Right, I
actually
mean,
throwing the album out.
Right, he put it in your face to
He got
program
paid
you.
before he
It
even
was
got
a,
the-
a concept to program you to accept the album, because you're hearing it for the first time and you're looking at the large pomp and circumstance of the matter. You know what I mean? With everybody, people were posting stuff up on social media and all that. And you saw all of the
Little
crowds and
snippets.
all that. But I bet you People were leaving that motherfucker like, why the fuck did I waste my time coming here?
I don't know about that.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
No,
not
no,
gonna insult my
no.
Kanye.
Listen, no shade to Kanye. He's a dope
He is.
artist and producer. I just think
Right.
not
Listen,
this one.
I ain't
You
gonna
know what I'm
lie.
saying?
College dropout,
it's not for me. I'm
Wire.
not saying it's not for anybody else.
Oh, those
It
was
ain't
my
for me,
album.
player.
Come on, like
I'm sorry.
we know he got it.
It ain't for
He
me.
definitely got
You know
it.
what I'm saying? You
Shout
got a
out to
couple
the
of heaters
chat.
on there because keep in mind, he came out with that album, and I think Drake came out with an album either a week before or a week
And how
after.
do you what's your sentiments about that?
Drake's album was received a little bit better.
Okay.
It was received it was received a lot better.
You got more fans,
You know
I
what
guess,
I'm saying?
huh?
And it's really not the fans. It's just
No new
being able
friends?
to, you know, one thing is for me, just looking at it from within. Kanye has so much time in between this album and the last album. He didn't have the equity to do what he did right now. If he came out with a banger album and then did that, it might go off better. But with the short attention span, with him trying to sensationalize things, with him in his own way capitalizing off of social media, he was able to get the word out and get a little bit of the popularity out about the album.
Yes. I think
But
he just went through a lot. But
You
he has
do
some
that.
talent.
Listen, you do that when you really trying to sell something. The same, I can't even go there. But
Yeah.
Drake came out with his album and he just threw the songs out there. He had his videos, he had his other stuff out there. And, you know, I'm not really sure what kind of marketing plan he had,
It's all about
but
the
you
marketing.
heard the music.
It's all about the marketing. Well, in all fairness, Kanye hasn't really been dropping stuff like that as often as he used to, and he's just going through some things. They're two dope artists, but I agree the popularity is going to Drake right now. Shout out to the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Can you see if anybody have any questions for
big
her?
ups to the chat.
To see what's
Big
going
ups to the
on before
chat.
we close out. You are going to be performing pretty soon. Is that correct?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
Excited.
Okay.
It's supposed to be
You
a
got
celebrity
one
basketball
question.
game.
Yes.
But you got one doozy of a question. I
Oh,
should
she
say.
does. So before we
And
can
you
tell you
already
what
know
is
where
the
that's from.
question?
Okay. From our resident
Let's do
psychiatrist.
some resident.
Now our resident hip hop
Oh, you gonna
psychiatrist,
Okay.
Crazy World,
Okay. What is the question?
asks if you would agree to take the jab in order to perform with Nicki.
Lord.
What do you mean by
We
agree
can
to take a
what do you
jab?
call it? Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, we
The
can't say.
slabber jab. We call it the slabber jab,
Rona
but that
slabber
poking your,
jab. We have to
that poking your
speak
arm.
in codes
that
in
little-
regards to this thing because they'll flag
Oh.
us.
Yeah, that.
We'll
that.
be breaking community guidelines.
Yeah, we want to respect the
No.
community on here. All right.
Okay,
No
I was
COVID
going to tell you. You ain't have to
vaccination.
answer. So, okay, so you wouldn't.
No.
All right,
Right.
next question.
Nah, that,
She ain't
that,
gonna do it.
but, yeah,
She ain't going to do it.
That-
She's
that-
like
that
Kyrie
was the
right now.
question.
She like Kyrie. She ain't going to do
that
it.
was the question. Not any other questions. We don't even need to. That was the question. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just make sure there's no other
No,
questions,
there's no
you know,
other
so
ones.
her
There's no
fam.
other ones. I would,
Okay,
I would.
okay.
Nah,
So
it'd be weird.
definitely, you ain't doing it.
Nah, yeah, that the vaccination wasn't out long enough for me to be getting that in
Right.
my body.
Once they do
Yeah.
their research, we'll
Yeah.
revisit that. You can ask that question about 5 more years down the road, and we'll
Then
let you know what's
yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it's a valid question because we're in New York, and there's certain rules that they just put upon people, and people just flying
Yeah,
with
they
it for
trying to
whatever.
shut down the music world.
So let's
yeah.
talk about
Vaccinated.
Saturday.
They trying to
Yeah,
turn
they're trying
New
to
York
shut it down, but
into
you know
a
what?
different kind.
We're
of city.
resilient. We're resilient people. We've been through every damn thing. We done, I was about to say some slavery stuff. We've been through a lot. So you know what? This is nothing. This is nothing at all. So let's talk about Saturday. What song are you gonna be performing on Saturday?
The Bag 'em Up song.
Okay,
That's
back 'em
out,
up.
available on all
Back 'em up.
platforms.
Ooh.
And then my single that's not out yet, No Limit.
Ooh, okay, okay. Well, I haven't heard No Limit, but I did hear Bag 'em Up. And uh what inspired you to make that song?
I knew that was coming. That always comes.
Cause I'm like, okay now. Shit. You know what I'm saying? What you mad for? You know, what inspired you to make that song?
I was going through something. And
Oh.
I was dealing with a situation like that, and the female was acting like she was mad.
Okay.
And I was just in my room, like.
Okay.
I heard,
And
was listening to beats, and that was the shit that came to my head.
I don't know why I ain't come out with my album, because you know how many times I've been mad, and I should have been like, what you
it
mad?
be those.
Right.
It be them songs.
You know
it
what?
Be them.
For all, I got songs in regards to that. I got
Music,
some songs.
music is a fickle game because
For real.
sometimes we make some of our best material.
When we freaking
When we
mad.
are at
I think
our worst.
Beyonce said it. Don't make
You
me
know what I
mad.
mean?
I'm going to go out there and kill it.
That.
I'll be upset.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know,
Yeah,
that
so
was based off
Saturday
of
we
a true
doing
story.
that.
You
Yeah,
want to
it
do
was
that?
Something
ahead.
like that. It was based off of, But, yeah, so Saturday, I'll be performing
Okay.
alongside Northside Ruga. He'll be playing the basketball tournament, so I'll be cheering him on.
Okay. Shit. Cheer some more.
Yeah, celebrity basketball game in the beginning from 2 to 5. And then the showtime starts at 8. Yeah.
Okay.
So make sure y'all pull up this Saturday. You know what I mean? Out there, where is it? Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be in Brooklyn. If you want to find out more information, go to
Either page, right?
go to either page, Northside Ruger's Instagram or Boss Lady's Instagram, and you'll see the information on the event. Like they said, it's a basketball game, and then they're gonna have, these two talented artists doing what they do best on stage.
Period.
Gonna
Make
kill
it, turning the heat up. You know what I'm saying? So,
your
big
best.
ups to Boss Lady Drama. Big ups to Northside Ruger. You know what I'm saying? Y'all survived the hot seat. It was a lukewarm seat tonight. It wasn't a hot
It
seat.
surely
The
was.
seat was
'cause I
lukewarm
could've turned
tonight.
up,
You know what I
I'm just
mean?
like,
Listen,
you
we
know
was,
what?
we was ready
you know-
for all the smoke, right?
Right, but no, you
Oh,
we
y'all was
gonna
ready.
we gonna
We
bring
was ready for
no,
the smoke.
we gonna bring y'all back because we're gonna have a round table discussion.
I was very
where-
nice. I'm being very. I was
Right,
being very.
we're gonna bring them back. We're gonna have a round table discussion, and
They don't know.
we're gonna
They better
talk
look
about
in
it
the
all.
archives.
We're gonna talk about it all, y'all.
Well, with that being
So-
Stay
said,
tuned.
Do
It's
know
gonna get
that.
spicy.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk dirty.
Yeah.
where can they find your music at? You can.
Well,
although your
Bag
social-
'em Up is available on all streaming platforms. Bag EM Up. You can find it everywhere. Boss Lady Drama. I'm on IG at Boss Lady Drama. Representing the Bronx, New York, stand up. Bow.
That's what's up. The Bronx. We like it.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for having
We
me.
appreciate us sharing your energy and answering these questions. We wish you guys nothing but great success.
Appreciate it.
I definitely see the potential, and I can't wait to see you go all the
Up.
way up.
Up in it.
Up. And just remember, the price is up too.
Period. Price change.
Price change. All
Price
right.
change. Facts.
For real.
Talk
That's-
about it.
That's the slogan of the year.
Take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna go into talking our talk.
Y'all already know. I know
We
that's
really
what y'all waiting
appreciate. Yeah, they waiting for that.
What?
Yeah, they wait for that. We go in on all kinds of other
Yeah,
stuff.
this
You
is
know
what
what I'm
get
saying?
us flagged all the time.
Yeah.
We gotta
So we
talk about
gonna
our good
we gonna
old
go
governor
in.
and mayor.
I mean, y'all welcome to hang out and get in on the convo if y'all want to. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's up to y'all.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk that talk.
We
all
got
right?
a video that y'all ain't gonna believe.
Facts.
Yeah, you're not
All
gonna
right.
believe it.
Make
all
sure
right?
y'all support House of Harlem TV and make sure y'all support the artists.
All right.
Facts.
Thank you.
Ew.
guys. I'm not really feeling this hair like that. But anyway, you do what you do. You make it work, right? Shout out to my engineer for just, never, letting people know what's going on before it actually goes on. But it's all good. Yeah, I am talking into the mic. I'm talking right into the mic. All right, all right. Is that good enough for you, engineer? Let me tell you something. Behind the scenes with the engineer is definitely going viral. It's definitely going viral. But anyway, my energy is kind of like really low today, but it's all good. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I do appreciate you guys chiming in, listening to the artists, listening to their music, and supporting their music. Most artists that come up on here already have an EPK and have a lot of things going on for them. So they are upcoming indie artists, and they're about to just burst at any moment. So we really would appreciate it if you can get if you like their music, to support them. Some people you're not going to feel, I get it, but if you do feel them, please support them. But on another note, y'all know we got to talk about this Rona. And listen, there is never a week that is not something that surfaced that we can speak about in regards to this. Unfortunately, I don't know if he can play a video, but there are so many videos that we would like to play so you can hear it from the cat's mouth versus me, regurgitating what they said, because you're not going to believe this. You're just not going to believe it. Now, we're going to talk about Kyrie, all right? We're going to talk about Kyrie, and I definitely want your commentary on his decision that he made. You got a couple of coons out there, I should just say one, really, who are trying to bash him and his decision and trying to put pressure on him for his decision. And, we want to get into it. I'm going to let my co-host take over on this and give his commentary in regards to it. And I'll just sit back and fill in. I'll sit back and fill in, because I think that you've heard my voice too many times already in regards to this situation. And listen, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. No, I'm not going to even say my opinion. It doesn't matter if you're pro the shot or not for it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. At this point, it's all about your God-born rights being taken away from you. Now, although I know the true definition of democracy, although I know all this stuff that's phony and a psyop and phony and this and phony that, listen, that word was being promoted as if you have freedom here in this landmass, in this country, and it appears that you don't. So let's just just spare me right now. Spare me right now the gibberish in regards to what's going on. This is about freedom, okay? And apparently, whatever your decision is, they're forcing you to make the decision that they want, and that's nowhere near freedom, okay? That's nowhere close to freedom. And that's all I got to say. Co-host, what's good? What's popping?
All right, we got this thing here popping right quick.
Oh, you gonna play some videos? I hope that we don't get flagged.
No. We're gonna play a couple videos. I mean, I know some of you. I know some. No, you're not.
I want to do a shoe
show.
Zoom in. Yeah, I want to zoom in the shoes. What show do that? Somebody, when they come in, they do a little shoe game. My shoe game popping right now. But anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? We two peas in a pod over here. So check. So basically,
what had happened? What had happened was what?
I've lost a family member. I've had COVID twice.
I don't want to give it up that quick.
You don't want to give it up.
Yeah. I want to make sure this thing here is correct. Because for all that, see, they saying it sound low. You know.
My sound is low with my big mouth. Yeah, my energy is just way off today. Please forgive me, you guys. I hope y'all can hear me out there. Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Microphone check. Can y'all hear me?
You good now? Mine is
good.
Usually a little low because I don't want to
He has a low voice.
I don't want to drown out anything.
He has a low
and
voice.
I know how to talk directly into the microphone. So,
yes.
Yes. I try to. Yeah, it's a little different setup over on the
So let's get right into it because we're not going to stay long.
Check it out. I know most of y'all have seen the or heard about Kyrie not complying with some of the NBA rules and everything of that nature because of his own personal decision. There's other reasons that have been speculated upon, but we'll do a little bit more research and come back with that. However, you had Mr. Kumbaya himself.
Coon, is that a COON? Because we got a
Coon.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Just make sure they heard you too, cause
not Kumbaya, Kumbaya.
Okay, all right, they got it.
He is a talking head at a sports radio a sports television network, and he had a discussion with a basketball player that got a little testy, a little heated. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of turned into something.
Ex-basketball player or basketball player?
He's an ex-basketball player.
Okay.
You know, he's an ex-basketball player, and I want to make sure that everything is appropriate here. So you might not hear it real quick, but I'm going to make sure that you can hear it. Check this out.
I've lost a family member. I've had COVID twice. I get it. I just want to be careful when we start going down this road that we're going to act like Kyrie Irving being vaccinated or not being vaccinated is going to change the minds of millions of people. Like, we start going down this road where but I'm just telling you how it feels from people, Stephen A. When you start calling people stupid or you start calling people saying that they're selfish and these things start going all over the internet, that creates a different narrative. And people start fighting back against that narrative. I'm just telling you how it is on the other side, Stephen A. I know you have
Let me start it again.
I've lost a family member. I've had COVID twice. I get it. I just want to be careful when we start going down this road that we're going to act like Kyrie Irving being vaccinated or not being vaccinated is going to change the minds of millions of people. Like, we start going down this road where but I'm just telling you how it feels from people, Stephen A. When you start calling people stupid or you start calling people saying that they're selfish and these things start going all over the internet, that creates a different narrative. And people start fighting back against that narrative. I'm just telling you how it is on the other side, Stephen A. I know you have your thoughts on how you see things.
What's the other side? What's the other side? The point is
I'm on the side of being vaccinated, man. I'm just trying to tell you.
I didn't say you weren't. We're talking about you're the one that took it there, Jay. We're talking about a basketball. We're talking about a basketball player who signed on to play for the Brooklyn Nets that has left his team hanging.
Yes,
That's
because
what we're talking about.
Personal decision. He's choosing to do that for him. And when you go through an unprecedented time in the history of this country, you have your own individual right to make your own decision about what you want to do for you and your family.
So
I just respect that right.
So
I'm not saying I agree with that right.
All right then. You respect the right. I'm saying that you know.
Okay.
If you signed on to do a job, okay, and that's what comes with it. Now I can get deeper and bring up the fact that the president of the healthcare system, virtual healthcare system in South Jersey, was the one that personally took me to the ICU unit. I I didn't say you
But
were.
you act like
Let
we've
me
had a
finish.
100% vaccination rate in this country since the beginning of all
I'm not-
illnesses have occurred.
You know what, Jay? Jay, you sound
to
full of
sense a
it, bro.
little
I ain't gonna lie to you.
redirecting the conversation
We're not talking about
because,
that. We're not
he
talking about that. You're
has
taking it
the
somewhere I
ability
wasn't
to talk
going.
over
We
people.
could do that now. Any day you want, we could do that. But what I'm saying is, we're talking about Kyrie Irving not showing up for the Brooklyn Nets after he got guys to show up for the Brooklyn Nets. And here you go bringing up all of that other stuff. We can do that. We can do that. But I wasn't trying to do that. That's where I'm calling him selfish. You know, like questioning his right. He has the right to do it. He also has the right to go to hell away then. Retire. Retire then. Because you left your teammates hanging. That's my...
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, so he sounds a little disjointed in what he's trying to deliver. Now, Jay Will went into being a little bit more eloquent about the situation and was trying to give a certain narrative about what was going on, you know, in respects to the man making a decision based off of his own health and his own well-being, because at the end of the day, he has family that is depending on him to be around long enough, you know.
Who are you speaking about right now, Kyrie?
Kyrie.
Well, the
Kyrie.
gentleman was trying to express that he personally can understand why he made his decision, because he had family members who died from COVID, and he stated the facts that we're not going to sit here and pretend whether you get the shot or not, and you should have bleeped out that part. Whether you get the shot or not, you don't know what's going to happen. That is not up for debate.
Right.
That was
And
already mentioned with Fauci, CDC, and every damn doctor out here.
And let me say for the record that we're not here to try to persuade people or not to take anything.
No.
We are here just reporting what is being said. So we want to make that clear so we don't, again, violate any community guidelines, because these community guidelines are strict.
Right.
You know, and we don't want to get anything misconstrued.
Right.
So that being said, you know, the brother was being as eloquent as he could be to try to, you know, make sense of the situation and give a little bit of perspective. And then, you know, Mr. Coonan A. Smith, you know, went in with his little diatribe and then redirected the conversation and saying, "Oh, we could do that. I could do that. We talking about, well, you know."
Yelling and all
now,
the
when
crap.
you are trying to lead to a point, you know what I'm saying, which is what I think Jay was doing. You know, you have to give some type of backstory on the matter in order to get people to understand what and why you're saying what you're saying.
I think that was a setup. I think that once he heard those key words and him trying to give his backstory, his goal was to sidetrack that, yell, and make sure that those pointers are not really put out by these people who are, you know, very influential in the world. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it's all about. I want to ask you guys a question. Which one is more important? Playing basketball within your career or, you know, standing on your principles, your religion, and most importantly, possibly your health. Can you mention the basketball player who did take it and what was the results for him?
Man, I forget his name. He's from Atlanta. You know, and we were looking for that video, and sadly, I was unable to secure it before they took it down.
We usually save it, and they took it down.
Yeah, we saved them, and they took this one down.
Okay.
But what happened was, he was, he was one of the brothers that complied, wanted to play, wanted to go out there, do what he do. So he did, he did what he did. So it's
listen to that story.
He started to feel fatigued. You know what I'm saying?
No.
This was 2 weeks.
You're going to? Did he take the shot? Slash?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I said. I said he complied. With the NBA's new ruling system.
Okay.
He
they
complied.
got many rules. You want to be specific on what rules we talking about?
I'm listen. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If
If
you don't know by now,
then you're not gonna know.
if you don't know by now, then you just been sleeping under a dirty rock. A dirty rock. You know what I'm saying? With ants and all that other stuff. But he complied. He was going to practice, doing everything. He was playing he was getting ready for the season. Recently, this was probably 2 weeks after, he had fully inoculated himself. He started to get fatigued. You know what I'm saying? Then he started to feel a little awkward. So he wound up going to the doctor, the team doctor, and they said that he had acquired blood clots. Now, he was fully healthy before, he had complied with the NBA. And unfortunately, this situation led to him not only having a work-related injury, but his injury led him to having to miss the whole season now because they shut him down for the whole season because of this particular injury.
Right. Now, the way you explaining it, when you say his injury led him to miss the whole season, I would rather it be said that they let him go. And he told them, wait a minute now, we don't fully know what's going on.
Right,
don't just let me go.
Well,
we want to make sure
right,
because
I said that. I said they shut him
you
down.
did say it afterwards.
Right.
I did hear that.
Right.
But I want to emphasize on that.
Okay.
The reason why I want to emphasize on that is because he didn't want to go. He wanted to still play with his blood clots and all that was happening. He still wanted to play and he wanted just to do further testing. And they let him go. So this because I asked you a question. I gave y'all an option. Which one would y'all want to do? Question number 2.
Yeah.
Listen, not a question. This is more so a statement.
Listen,
number 2. At the end of the day, you take it and something similar happens to you, they're going to drop you anyway. So you're in a no-win situation. I beg to defer. You say, well, this is very rare circumstances, blah, blah, blah. Suppose you are the one person in the 1 millionth, although this is not nowhere near rare, they're just not reporting it. But let's entertain that notion that you are the one in the 1 millionth rare person. And let me use Kyrie as an example. What happens? You understand what I'm saying? What happened to just supporting your people? Like I said, whether you want to or don't. This is about freedom at this point. This is bigger than this. And I think he explained it in so eloquently.
Right. And, do some research on
his beliefs. You know what I'm saying?
Do some research on Kyrie. Do some research on the
that player.
Not the player. I was going to say do some research on the public announcement that Mr. Biden made. You'll be surprised with what you find. You're going to be surprised because even up to a couple of days ago, I was under a certain impression and found out, oh, really?
That was all.
It's not written in stone. We just say it like that. Certain things that was said are not written in stone.
And why is it not written in stone?
Because
he can't.
He or they cannot.
Congress, they can't
do it.
They can't do it. It's unlawful. They can't.
There's this document called the Constitution that has to be.
You know what?
Has to be honored.
I'm going to bring that. I'm going to print that out.
It has to be honored.
We're going to read
so
that.
Therefore, if certain certain announcements are made, and they try to move forward with it
And
the
they
way
can't.
that they would move forward with any bill that was proposed.
But
Then there would be lawsuits happening up the ante. Because keep in mind, there are some people on the other side of the party, on the opposing party.
rewind selector. Bills, you said bills are proposed, but it doesn't mean that they got passed, right?
That's correct.
So you have your lovely, I'm going to call him the P word, okay? PB, who's saying you have to do this or you have to do that, but it's not written in stone and nothing was passed. And certain things won't be passed because then it will be breaking the law. So most of what is being so-called mandated, right, is only verbal. So it's like in all essence, you volunteer for it. Oh man, let's talk about volunteer. I left my paper. I got something to prove to you guys in regards to this bull crap. And it started with my son's school. Let's talk about words. Aren't they powerful? Okay? I got something to prove to you guys. I'm going to show you exactly what we mean. Story. Pilots. Airline. What airline decides to reroute all of their flights? What airline was that?
Reroute all of their flights.
Shut them down.
Well, they canceled them because there was nobody to take anybody there. You know what I'm saying? That was Southwest.
That was Southwest Airlines.
Yeah.
Okay.
They ain't had no drivers, so they had to shut the whole
They
game
had to shut
down.
it down.
1,800 flights.
And what was Southwest reasons?
It was stated that it has something to do with the pilots.
No, they ain't saying nothing about no pilots.
It wasn't.
Then
the
they say
pilots?
something about inspections and certain things.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah.
No?
You
No,
know more
they
about
ain't
that part.
mention nothing about pilots.
Oh, so
for the Southwest
it
reason.
it was the inspections of the planes or
Right.
something like that. So they had to inspect the planes.
They had to inspect all these planes simultaneous, just for whatever reason. Come to find out that the pilots went, not only the pilots, but some workers went on strike. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that very interesting? On one hand, you have Southwest, doing their media and letting people know that they're doing some inspections and they're having some issues with the planes. But sure enough, the pilots start coming out. You have a whistleblower here or there, and they start talking and speaking the truth. So my question to you guys is, why would they be doing that? Why would they be doing that? There is a whistleblower that is, once again, speaking about said blood clots that are happening, especially to not only the pilots, but the flight attendants. In mid-air, something's happening, and they're becoming, should I say. So, once again, if you want to dig more into this in more details and read some things and listen to some things, then you would definitely have to put your email in the description box or the chat. And every Sunday we dig more into this. Also, we have a Patreon account, and we definitely would like for you guys to Cash App, because we come in with some facts as usual. Somebody's writing laughing out loud.
Eugenio put in Spirit.
Well,
Was it
Spirit or yeah.
No, he said Southwest. It was
Yeah,
Southwest.
no, it's not. It's not Spirit. It's Southwest.
So I want to, give a shout out to Eugenio. Shout out to Crazy World. Shout out to Wiz. Shout out to PJ.
Yeah, scroll all the way up.
Shout out to Lizzie. Lizzie was in the building. YG. Shout out to the co-host. Linda. Linda Bellamy. Shout out to my boy Pop.
Pop.
You know what I mean? Shout out to
That's
K.
a lot.
Shout out to
J Bay.
J Bay. Shout out to K. You know what I mean? The crew was in the building
and
tonight.
all the others that we didn't
You know,
mention.
And all the others that we didn't mention. You know what I'm saying?
We got to
was in
read
the
this
building.
Constitution. We got to not just read
We
it to
wanna-
read it, but break it down part by part and really
Right.
dissect it, and so we can have an understanding of how these things go. But let me explain something to you. I could on a very small level really prove to you guys that something is going on and we need to stand on our ground in regards to our freedom. At this point, I don't want to really dig into whether or not you know what's happening with the slabber jabber. I think we've covered enough for that. I recently, from day one, got a letter from my son's school to pretty much allow the city to come into the school and hand pick children, whoever they decide to, at their discretion, hand pick the children to take random testing. Okay, that was the letter that I got from front to back.
Wow.
I sent the letter back. I do not consent, because on the back of it, although they said on the front it was the law, by the time I turned it around on the back of it to sign, it stated that I am volunteering my child for this to happen to my child. Obviously, y'all already know what the deal is with me not happening. Why did I get that same or similar letter again today, but the verbiage was a little bit different? And I want to prove something to you guys. Okay, this is my proof to say that, they tried to bully and force you verbally into doing something by saying they were doing this little restrictions. Listen, if you restricted from a gym, you can go work out at home. Restricted from a restaurant, we shouldn't have been eating in there anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the other restriction was, but whatever. So anyway, I will do my due diligence to really prove a point with these two letters. And I happened to notice that when I was reading it again, because I said, didn't I send this letter back to the school? And I emailed them in regards to this. The verbiage was a little bit different, you guys. Oh, yes. It is very different. What they're doing is unlawful, and that's the bottom line. And you are consenting to volunteer your children to certain things that you know you don't want to. So I'm telling you guys, once again, from my experience, if this is not something that you want to do, stand on your ground. There are some people who believe in it wholeheartedly. Hey, do what you got to do. But for those who don't want to, but they feel like they have their back up against the wall, no. Stand your ground. We had last week a testimony that he got approved for his religious exemption at work, although they said they're not going to be accepting them. And there was a court ruling federally and I believe from the state of New York, correct me if I'm wrong. So once again, it's up to you guys.
Yep.
It is solely up to you guys. Stand your ground.
Shutting down,
know what you're reading.
Shutting down the get down, saying that they have to honor these workers' religious exemptions. So
that was the ruling?
That was the ruling.
Okay. And that was in the state of New York. Is that correct?
Yeah. A judge,
in
a
addition,
judge ruled that that these corporations, especially the health hospitals, HHC or whatever that is,
right,
has to honor the religious exemption for their workers.
Do y'all know how many lawsuits are out here?
So
this applies to all restaurant owners. This applies to parents in the schools. This applies to workers, city workers, federal workers.
See, they try to camouflage it by saying it's for the healthcare workers, but what difference is it from a healthcare worker to a municipal worker,
No
to
big of
a
difference.
construction worker, to a banker,
To a
to,
stripper. A worker is a worker.
you know what I'm saying? Whoever it is, a worker is a worker.
They're going to be going up in these
And
strip clubs requesting.
There, you know, there are people who, in their traditions, in their religions, are forbidden to doing anything outside of something natural.
Do you know why
So-
those rulings are happening? Because of a lot of lawsuits. There's a lot of backlash that we even know. You know what I'm saying? Because that didn't just happen out of the blue. And obviously there's very different wording, not very, but minimal wording that was changed on this paperwork that I received today. Just goes to show how much backlash is happening, and they're being pushed to, make sure that they put the right thing on there and not try to force parents or anyone to do anything.
Right. So we kind of hit that on the mark. You hit that on the mark. I don't want to really try to outdo the school story, because I think that was the apex of it. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I want to switch gears and show you guys another video. This will be the last video. We won't really be talking about it too much, but we want to just go out on this video. And, you kind of...
How long is this video?
It's a 3-minute video,
What
but
video
it's
is
a
this
video about...
is this the video that?
It's one that I sent you earlier.
In regards to what?
Tennessee.
Okay, you're gonna have to stop and pause that. But go ahead, play it. You have to stop and give your commentary in there. But go ahead, play it.
Okay. So check this shit here out.
If you ain't sitting down, then you may want to take a seat, because what I'm about to share with you may just blow your mind. Meanwhile, in Rutherford County, Tennessee,
we begin this hour with an alarming new report based on a joint investigation by ProPublica and Nashville Public Radio. A decades-long system and practice of arresting and jailing mostly black children in Rutherford, Tennessee. At the head, the mother of the county, as
if you ain't sitting down, then you may want to take a seat, because what I'm about to share with you may just blow your mind. Meanwhile, in
Okay.
Whew, Tennessee.
So this one is unique. This one is unique.
These folks down here is not up on game. They down there in the countryside of Tennessee. And let me tell you something, that make my blood boil. Because there's some folks down in certain places that just are in the slavery mentality. Now, I'm saying that without really, knowing what's going on. Because let me tell you something, boy. Whoo! Try that in some other areas you want to. They're going to have to be super discreet with that one. I don't even think that could really happen in that magnitude like that in New York. Despite all the racism that is still happening, I don't know how that would fly. Lawsuits up the wazoo. That's all I got to say. Tennessee. Isn't it a song? Tennessee. Is there a song like that? Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, Arrested Development.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so check it. Let's continue.
see.
We begin this hour with an alarming new report based on a joint investigation by ProPublica and Nashville Public Radio. A decades-long system and practice of arresting and jailing mostly black children in Rutherford, Tennessee. At the head, the mother of the county, as juvenile court judge Donna Scott Davenport sometimes called herself, That's according to this report. Now the judge calling her work, quote, God's mission, all while performing so-called God's mission as the head of the county's juvenile justice system, allegedly directing police to arrest children at an alarming rate. It was literally a school.
Now, when have you heard of a judge directing the police to kind of do something according to a specific agenda? You know, this is something that's really like, you know, it is really it's alarming to really wonder how certain people's influences are within certain areas. Now, who knows how big this county is? It may not be
This
a
is
big
a
county,
small little.
but still in all, this person had enough pull to tell the police how to police.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Did she say teens?
Elementary school children.
Okay, what age range would that be from?
We
sorry.
talking about kindergarten to 6th grade.
Oh my Lord! Woo! Take the wheel.
6th grade, 7th grade.
Elizabeth.
You know what I'm saying? And
I'm
it
coming
gets
home to you.
not
She didn't say
Crazy
teens.
World. No. Crazy World said with no warrants, that was the end.
Warrants? These are babies.
Listen, the story gets even more ill. Check it out. 'Cause we ain't done.
According to this article.
So let me tell y'all how this all came about. So the mother of the county, the judge, instituted a policy that all children charged with crimes be processed through the detention center. So in 2016, 11 black elementary children were detained and or locked up for allegedly witnessing a fight between a 5 and a 6-year-old. And these elementary kids were actually charged with criminal responsibility, which isn't a real charge. She simply made it up. And you got the caucasity to say that this is God's mission? The hell? And this piece of work was actually instructing law enforcement to lock kids up in detention for simple things as truancy. And then she would label those kids a threat to justify them staying in detention. And as a juvenile justice advocate, that is a bunch of bullshit. And just to put things in perspective, in 2014, 48% of children were jailed under Judge Davenport's watch. The statewide average at that time was 5%. Oh, it gets worse. So kids as young as 7 years old have been locked up in her county. The county alone has violated the federal law 192 times. Kids have been locked up for more than 24 hours and at times up to 10 days.
How are you still
In
employed?
2017, Rutherford County agreed to pay out $397,000 to the 11 children, and half of that was used on counseling to deal with the trauma in which they had experienced.
Now y'all see what I say about little house on the prairie town? You see what I'm saying? Ain't no way, boy.
That is
Ain't no way.
That's just crazy.
It make my blood boil. Do you hear me?
Crazy.
It only
You know
take
what I mean?
one parent, and I would have been that one. I would have been that one. This thing would have went public.
First of all, the lawsuit was so low. It was 380 something thousand for 11 children, and then most of that money had to go to counseling because of the trauma that they had experienced.
And you don't think that's slavery, y'all? Y'all don't think? See, slavery still exists in these little pockets of places. Somebody had posted this word, cognitive
Sound more
dissonance.
like a Biden town.
Cognitive dissonance. These people feel entitled to be able to do this. We still got these little counties of our people in there, and we got to go in there and let them know there is a bigger world out here, and that does not exist. This reminds me of Juneteenth. Remember, they still thought they were slaves?
Yeah.
That's what Juneteenth come from, y'all.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we dealing with a matter where, You know, if anything is going to be done, it has to be done as a collective, and we are having the hardest time coming together as a collective.
No county left
So,
behind. Look at those little
good luck
counties that their
to the
children are
melanated folks.
suffering. Look at that. It went from 5% to how much? After this coon lady got in and she still,
48%.
and they only, please, it's like
48%. So
we got to reach out to these people in this county.
We wanted to hit y'all. We wanted to just end it on a note to just really get your blood boiling, make you want to do something. You know what I'm saying? But just be mindful. We want to motivate y'all to at least
I want to reach out to those people in that county.
Yeah, you know, we want to motivate y'all to like spread the word, because there are things like this still going on. It's 2021, and some people out here are just relentless in their approach and malicious in their intent. So, you know,
and there's some people out here who are still in a slave mentality and feel like they have there's nothing they can do, and they allow their children to suffer, such as these babies are suffering over there in that county in Tennessee. And let me tell y'all something. Make sure y'all share this, and whatever the market is that we started playing this, let people know where they can listen just even to this marker, and reach out to that county and give hell. Another lawsuit needs to be put in, because that was only for 11 children out of 5. Are you crazy? 5, as young as 5. Woo, boy. That's where the maroon comes in me. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So,
on that note.
Yeah. You know, for everybody that came on, you know, to check out our dope artists, and be sure to go to their Instagrams to find out information on this Saturday's event. That's Northside Rugger _, and then you have at Boss Lady Drama. So you can go on their social media handles, check out the information. We appreciate them stopping by for a minute, taking time out of their busy day to chop it up with us, you know. And
do you know what county that was? Did you hear what county?
Shout out to Lizzie.
Shout out to Lizzie. Yes.
You know, making that happen. You know.
What county was that? Do you know what county?
Man.
Yeah, we have to find out what county that is.
He said it a couple of times. I can't.
So now, Southwest Airlines. Rockford? Rutherford?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do some more research and find out.
Rutherford County,
Make sure
Tennessee.
y'all do. Okay. On that note, Southwest Airlines put out their public statement in the media as to why they canceled all those flights. And come to find out, it was total opposite of why those flights weren't going, and people were stuck in nowhere. So in closing, as Denzel Washington says, if you watch the news, you're misinformed. And if you don't watch, you're uninformed. Whatever the hell that means. Peace. We out.
We out, y'all. Peace.